Akshay Kumar is back, and this time he's left the action stunts and slow motion salutes at home. Because Kesari Chapter 2, the untold story of Jallianwala Bagh, isn't about explosions or one man army heroism. No, this is a courtroom brawl soaked in colonial guilt, fueled by rage, and carried entirely Akshay's surprisingly restrained shoulders. Picture this: India, 1919. Jallianwala Bagh has just happened. Hundreds massacred, thousands wounded, and the British Empire doing what it does best: denying, deflecting, and drinking tea like nothing happened. Enter Sankaran Nair, played by Akshay with an intensity level just below his toilet ek prem katha speeches, who takes the empire to court. Yes, court. Not battlefield, not angry mobs. Straight up courtroom drama. And that's where this film finds its rhythm. Gone is the larger-than-life Akshay running in slow-mo toward tanks. Here we get a sharp-tongued, stone-faced lawyer with a mission: make the British sweat legally. The movie wastes no time. Within the first 15 minutes, we're thrown into the fallout of the massacre. Families mourning, streets tense, and politicians doing damage control while sipping chai under colonial ceilings. Nair decides enough is enough and sues the viceroy. Yep, just casually dragging one of the most powerful men in the world into legal hell. And from there, the movie unfolds like a historical chess match: intense, calculated, and full of checkmates. Akshay Kumar delivers one of his most focused performances in years. There's no chest-thumping monologues, no emotional manipulation with background violins every 5 seconds. Instead, he gives us a layered portrayal of a man torn between rage and reason. His courtroom presence is commanding, and his scenes with British officials have that delicious tension where everyone's smiling through clenched teeth. And then we've got our Madhavan, pulling off that cold, elitist British persona with scary accuracy. He's not doing cartoony villainy. He's chilling, subtle, and dangerous. Every time he speaks, you can practically smell colonial arrogance wafting off the screen. Now let's talk Ananya Panday. She plays a young revolutionary working with the Indian National Congress. Surprisingly, she's not just decoration. She gets a few solid moments, a mini arc, and most shockingly, no dialogues that start with like or end with yar. Still, compared to the seasoned cast around her, her performance feels like a YouTube ad in the middle of a Christopher Nolan film. Just not quite in sync. But credit where it's due, she's improving. The writing is where Kesari Chapter 2 really punches above its weight. The courtroom scenes are the heart of the film, and they are packed with fire. From sharp cross-examinations to fiery monologues exposing the cruelty of colonial rule, the film keeps you hooked with words instead of weapons. When Akshay looks a British officer dead in the eye and says, "You didn't just kill our people, you buried your own conscience," the silence that follows is louder than a war drum. But the film isn't flawless. The pacing does stumble in the second act. Some flashbacks feel like they were added to hit a runtime quota. A couple of subplots, especially the one involving Ananya's backstory, feel undercooked. And yes, while the film claims historical accuracy, there are definitely a few moments where history takes a backseat and Bollywood takes the wheel. But here's the thing: it never loses sight of the core message: justice, resistance, and the power of using the system against itself. By the time we reach the final courtroom showdown, the tension is sky high. Akshay delivers a closing argument that's equal parts restraint and rage, and the courtroom breaks into stunned silence. It's not melodramatic, it's satisfying. It's justice without a punch thrown. That's the real strength of Kesari Chapter 2. It respects its subject matter. It doesn't glorify violence, but it doesn't sugarcoat history either. It shows a battle that was fought with intellect, courage, and sheer will, by a man who refused to stay silent when the world demanded silence. So, final verdict? Kesari Chapter 2 isn't the most explosive film of the year, but it might just be one of the most important ones. It's a reminder that sometimes the loudest fights happen in the quietest rooms. It's a rare Akshay film where he doesn't punch people, but punches the system. And guess what? That hits even harder. I'm giving Kesari Chapter 2 a solid 8 out of 10. A must-watch if you like your patriotism with a brain, your history with heart, and your actors actually acting. And if you're still wondering, yes, it's absolutely worth your ticket money. If you like this breakdown, smack that like button like a judge slamming the gavel. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Did the film do justice to history? Or did it lean a little too hard into the Bollywood spice rack? And if you're into honest, funny, no filter takes on cinema, don't forget to subscribe to the Cinemeld. We serve truth with a side of sarcasm. Catch you in the next one. Until then, stay cine sane.